Hey, what's up, guys? Ultra Sean here, and I'm going to stream putting this sucker together here. This arcade one up, the Legacy Edition, and let me know if somebody's watching. Let me know if the volume on the mic needs to be higher or lower. And you're just going to be getting the. There's nothing on there. Okay, all right. Okay, so the voice is good. Good. Okay, all right. So looks like the wife told me that the voice is going okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put down here and just going to do a live stream of the Arcade One Up Legacy Edition build. And so I'll go ahead and put this here and hopefully be able to see what's going on the screen here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the Arcade One Up Legacy Edition, and here, look at this camera right here. I gotta use both of these so I can see what's going on the screen. As you can see right here, this is an Arcade One Up cabinet. They're not great build, I don't think, but I did hear that there were some people that played, pretty religiously online with that. So I like playing all kinds of different people and all that, so I decided, what the hell, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. And I found one, fairly cheap, and was able to score a new one. So, gonna build this up here. Let's see, it comes with 14 games. The ones I'm interested in is obviously ST, Hyper Fighting, and Champion Edition. Hold on just a second. Let me grab this phone real quick. Okay, 200 bags of dicks. All right, man, cool. All right, volume's good. Okay, so let's see here. So this actually looks like a midway cabinet, which is interesting. This is like a Mortal Kombat midway design. Now the thing I like about it, I do like the little Hyper Fighting marquee that was kind of slapped together when Hyper Fighting came out. I like the colors and stuff on it, and we do have the Champion Edition artwork right here that shows all the play as the bosses, all this stuff like this too as well. So it's kind of a weird mismatch of machines. And what else here? And we got some of this Street Fighter artwork on the side. I'm not sure I like it, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna try to keep the talking to a minimum, unless you guys are asking questions or whatnot. But if you do ask questions, I'll try to answer as best as I can. And with that, let's go ahead and just get started. Let's see here. So this is my first time also putting together something like this too. So I have no idea what is actually going to go into it. I did bring a few small tools here just in case, but we'll see, like I said, what happens when I open this thing proper. So, all right. And this is going to be maybe a little bit of a long stream too as well, depending on how long it takes to do this. And if I get finished within a decent amount of time, I'll be up for some games if I can get this online, if anybody that's watching too. So if you want to go ahead and get some games into, I'm totally up for that. So let's make sure it looks okay. Camera wise, make sure we got decent lighting here. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Where do we begin? Now this does have 14 games, so it's pretty cool actually. It has, let's see, King of Dragons, Strider, Pro Gear, Battle Circuit, Puzzle Fighter, Saturday Night Slam Masters, Capcom Sports Club. I know that's a real rare game. Final Fight, Giga Wing, Captain Commando, Armored Warriors, and then CE, Hyper Fighting, and ST as well. So unfortunately no World Warrior and all that, but I'm really just here to play ST and maybe a little bit of hyper fighting. So and some CE, you know, here and there. Now I want to make sure that I'm not going to accidentally mess something up when I'm trying to open this. So let's see here. It's taped up pretty well. Looks like it has some tabs here you're gonna have to pull out. Yeah, actually, so that's what Shaft was telling me, was that that hyper was being played pretty often, and I think even he mentioned something about even like Jumpsuit playing on hyper too as well on the CAD. So it's pretty nice. Like there's a lot of people that I want to be able to play as many people as possible, you know, and if there's some people who maybe not on Fightcade or like not on the 30th or whatever, you know, some might be on this one too as well. So be happy to jump on and see, you know, what everybody's playing. Let's see here. Okay. Yes. I remember also him mentioning something about OG Ken was on there too as well, which is, let me tell you, man, OG Ken is real good. I mean, like real good, especially with like the Ryu versus Guile matchup. Man, that dude is ridiculous. He used to play ST, you know, here and there. But I think his heart has always been in hyper fighting, so I returned to that one and just kind of always been a beast, but really like hyper focused on that one. But him and I have had some battles on ST here and there, and whenever I fight him on hyper though, he always beats me every time. Okay, what's going on here? So there's a couple of tabs I'm trying to figure out what is. Usually I get real impatient and I'll just brute force the packaging open, but I'm trying not to do that now. Let's see. Yeah, he's good at ST. I think he uses a lot of like Oken and Oryu in ST, just because the the skills translate pretty close over that. I think the main difference would be like the tatsus, like the hyper fighting tatsus are obviously way different than the ST, tatsus. Let's see here. Okay, so this looks like it's glued together. There we go. Okay. Gotta use some of the old brute force to get this sucker open. Okay, so now I'm also going to have to do a stream at some point of those two minis. I got those Champion Edition minis for like half price at Target. So I think myself and another couple of players from Seattle are going to try and maybe put together like a little 1st to 5 or something on one of those machines. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll see if I can get that sorted out. Okay, so now let's see here. I'm trying not to destroy the packaging. So let's take this part out. Okay, so we have this. Okay, I'm assuming that this is going to be the most important part right here is the instructions. Okay, so these 3 right here. Okay, Okay, so here are the side components of the cabinet. This is the faux coin door. Okay. And let's see here. So before I start popping stuff open, let me just make sure there's nothing else left. Okay, silica gel, do not eat, obviously, and just a couple of pieces of this foam. And that should do it. Okay, all right. The packaging on this one is actually kind of cool. I like the, not necessarily on this part, but just on the box itself is pretty neat. I think it looks a decent looking cabinet. I like the color scheme and all that. Okay, now let's see here. So instead of me just ripping everything apart like I usually would do, we'll go ahead and take a look at the manual first and see what it all has here. So Dix, I'm assuming that, see this this live online right here, I'm assuming that this works like across all the ST games on the 1UP platform, correct? Meaning that like the Big Blue, this one, and then one of those other machines they're all like tied together, so it's not just this machine versus this machine. That's what I bought this assuming. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. So this is the type of connector for the outlet. More warranty stuff that I'll look into later on. Okay, owner's manual. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see, Spanish, so like German and English. Okay, this is the instruction for the online. Okay. Here we go, assembly instructions. So this is what we're looking for, and tools needed. Just looks like the tool is going to be this right here. Just a Phillips head screwdriver. So I got a few different like bits on there. So okay, and then caution: lay deck on soft towel to avoid scratching. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this. I think we got all the pieces. Now I'm curious as to what the average time is going to be like to build this. I would assume maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. I have no idea, but I guess we're going to find out. Let's see here. Doghype.com. Okay, well, I'm not here to promote the channel. We're here to put together this sucker. Okay, let's see. So I'm looking for the hardware. Okay, not here. So I'll just go over here. Nothing in there, so maybe the hardware is in this part right here. So let me open this up and see. Probably 2 hours. Okay, yeah, it seems about right. Now, like I said, normally I wouldn't really have bought something like this, but I have a couple of Astros that I have linked together, and that's what I use to play ST. But that's back at my other home in a different state. So, like I said, I got it for a pretty cheap price, and I thought, okay, might as well try it. And again, you know, if there's an online community for it too as well, you know, looking forward to playing everybody too. So, decided, you know, what the hell, let's go ahead and try it. Okay, now I am curious though, because I don't see any You know, I really don't see any hardware. But it's got to be in here, I'm sure. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and open one of these up and let's check and see which is where that hardware's at. Now this may go okay, or you may slowly, or you may watch me slowly, you know, reaching the depths of madness. You know, who knows? I'm usually pretty patient with building stuff, but after building so many things, you know, okay, one's patience tends to run out after a while. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a decent amount of hardware, so yeah, this is where the time takes to build all that stuff, is just putting all these little trinkets in there. Okay. Now I do want to take a look at the control panel, see what it looks like. Okay, so the sticks feel a little stiff, but they feel okay so far. These buttons right here are like trash, as far as I can tell right off the bat. But eventually they will get modded into like Son was or whatever. Obviously, it's a little bit tough doing this with the concave buttons and all that. It's a little bit, especially when mashing. Man, this is a pain in the ass. Let's see here. I'm actually not sure because they have this thing underneath here, so I won't know until later on, till I actually mod this. Okay, so I do have a question, real quick, since you're here. So if I put this together like as it is right now, is it going to be easy for me to mod it when I decide to go ahead and do that, like to change out to Sanwas and stuff like that? Or is it going to be a little bit tough to take this back out and do that? I'm curious about that. Yeah, it feels like a circle gate. It does. I can deal with it though, because I used to have a real, like the real Gen 2 Big Blue, and it wasn't the best to play on, but you know, I was able to get it work. 4 screws, take the deck out and mod the button. So I'm assuming that, so you just, okay, oh, these 4 screws right here, pop it off, and then you take this off. Okay, all right, cool. So I'll keep that in mind when I get the Son was in here. So now, regarding these buttons right here, let me tell you, man, mashing on this shit, rip your hand apart, even on the real Big Blue with these same kind of buttons. Like these ones right now, they don't feel good at all. They feel super cheap, like really, really, really trashy buttons. But you know, they'll work for now, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we got this control panel right here. So that will be one thing that needs to be modded right away. Are those? Okay, yeah. They I could just one touch, I could already tell that they were no good. Okay, let's see here. Okay, part list. This is for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started with this, I guess. So G, which is going to be, I'm assuming it's one of these ones here. Actually, I believe that G might be this one. This is a little bit bigger. So let's put this here for now. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's see. stuck. The tape. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Let's put this in here for now. Okay, so G is going to be this, I believe. Yes. Okay. That's what we're looking for. And D2, D1, D1. Okay. All right. Let's see here. So this must be the LCD screen. I like the little marquee. It's a little mini version. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this, I'm assuming that this is the, yeah, here's the LCD screen. So I'll put this to the side for now. L. Okay, so this is not what I'm looking for. Okay. So D1 and E1. Okay. Now this is obviously the back. Okay. And this is tiny. Okay, here's the right side artwork. Let's see, is that, yeah, you can see it on screen. Okay, looks pretty cool. It's like maybe like one of the Udon comic kind of art. I do prefer the original art, like when Street Fighter 2 first came out. Like if that had that art on the side, that'd be great. But this is okay for now. It's I think it does its job. I would have actually preferred though, maybe just a like the black, and then just to have a little sticker here or something like that, like more of the other arcade cabinets. But since this one's so okay, actually, so now that I'm thinking about this is kind of a weird cabinet artwork, because if this is the Legacy Edition, it's not supposed to primarily be Street Fighter, so I would figure that you would have like Captain Commando, and you would have X person and this person, and you know, some of the like from Armored Warriors and all the Final Fight, like Hagar. I would assume that all those characters would be on there, but instead it's just the Street Fighter characters. So I think that's a little bit of an oversight on their part. Is what my feelings on that. Okay, let's see here. So G. So let's go ahead and start with this real quick. Okay, that's not moving there. Okay, let's see here. Let's get the slippers off. Okay. So we're putting the pegs of doom here in G, and where is my... There we go. The all-important auxiliary knife here. Let's see. 6 of these. Say 38. Okay, all right, so this is the right ones. Okay. So spin this around here, and on the inside looks like, okay. 2. 3, 4. This is similar to putting together like that IKEA furniture. Everything looks good so far? Yeah, okay, all right. Let's see here. Okay, so G goes in there, D1 and D2. So let me figure out where D2 is. Okay, it's not that. It might be this one. It's P. This is K. Okay, so D1 and D2 were likely in here. Let's see. Yes. I'm assuming that these are D1 and D2 right here. Okay, this is nothing. Just stick it here. Okay, D, I believe it's going to be D's right here. Yeah, there we go. D2, D2 and E2. D1 and D2. Okay, all right, got it. Like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed that the artwork doesn't like reflect the actual amount of games that are on here. It would have been a lot cooler if it had all the, let's see here, what would it have on here? Like Strider, if it had Strider, all that type of stuff, that'd have been cool. Or even if it had like the logos of all the different games on the side, that I think that would be better. Rather than making it like a primarily Street Fighter artwork on there, because there's only 3 Street Fighter games, not including Puzzle Fighter. And the rest of them are completely different. So, where we have like Capcom Sports Club, Final Fight, Gigawing, Saturday Night Slam Masters. Those, it would have been cool to have like all that artwork interspersed instead of just Ryu, Dawson, you know, all these guys. Okay, now let's see here. D2, and this is E1. Okay, so D1 must be this. Okay, here's D1. And D1 goes into D2 on the inside, and they go via these little pegs right here. Okay. I think the lighting looks okay so far. If it's like too dark, let me know, and I can probably bump up the brightness a little bit. Okay, D1 and D2. It's D1, D2. Looks like it just pops on here like that, yep. Okay. So now that it goes on here, let me just move these over here. And it looks like we got to put it together. With a couple of connecting bolts, which I believe they are these ones right here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's got to be these. These back tops right here too. So these are, you know, you were used to when you played in the arcade back in the 90s. That's all you had. But now, you know, the circle tops are, in my opinion, like the way to play too. So these are gonna have to be replaced like ASAP. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna have to. a little bit of rearranging real quick and pull this over here so you can actually see what's going on. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna have to customize it. It'll, at the very least, Sanwa's, that's it. You know, just Sanwa JLF, and then the I believe is OBSF, the buttons, good enough. Okay, and I'm actually going to angle this down a little bit. Let's see here. There we go. Can make it a little bit brighter too. Okay, yeah, here we go. This will work. This is better. Okay, so now. Oh, you mean a different wiring harness in order to hook up the Sanwas? Yeah, I'm assuming it's not going to be the exact same, so you have to rig something up. Okay. How easy is it to do? Is there something you can order, or am I going to just have to sit there and just splice the wires myself? Okay, no splicing. Okay, all right. I can do it. It's not a problem. But I'm just curious, like, what the easiest way to mod it is. Let's see. You can just order it. Okay, all right, sweet. If you have the link to order it, and if you put it up on the stream, that way I can grab it real quick and do that, because I probably will be ordering it here, you know, pretty soon. Okay, well, so I'm looking at these. This is not it for sure. These are also not it. C, okay. Yeah, these are C's. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these on. Make sure I have the right one. Okay, let's see here. Make sure they go both on this right side. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is it. Now this is like the real monotonous stuff, you know, just sitting there and screwing stuff in. Oh, so I have a question for you. I don't know, 200 bags of dicks. How is the input lag on these games? Because the thing for me, you know, especially for a game like ST, is that the game was obviously meant to be played without any lag, since it was originally on a CRT, and so a lot of the things, there can be a big difference between offline and online sometimes. Even on Fightcade, it's not really like perfect. Even though it's good, it's just not perfect. So I'm curious as to what the lag is, just off of like a stock one of these here. Like, can you feel a delay, or is there not much, or whatever like that? I'm a little bit curious. Put this here real quick. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Older ones have bad input lag. Okay, so I'm glad that this is better. One thing I will say was, I remember, I believe it was at EVO 2019, when I went out there to Vegas to play ST, and I was playing on. I tried it for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and I had to stop. It was the that little sit-down cocktail Street Fighter cab, the one that that you like sit down at, and the screen is right here. And man, I remember I tried that, and it was atrocious, and I mean atrocious. It was like terrible. It was almost like the feeling that that cab had. It's almost as if it had like a virus or something, you know, like a computer would get, and it would go all slow. That's what was going on with that cab, man. It was terrible. That was also one reason why I never really bothered to get one after that, because I was like, this is unplayable, you know. Okay, let's see here. So here's an extra gate, I guess. I don't know if this is gonna go into the control panel or what, but this is a little octo gate. Okay, which I prefer the square gates. The square gates are best in my opinion. Okay, torque. What's up, my man? Okay, right now we're putting together the this beast right here. Okay, so this one's done. Let's see what's next. Okay, G goes into D1 and D2. Let's see here. And this goes on the inside. Well, I'm looking at this here. Okay, let's see here. I'm a little bit confused by this. Oh, this does have the, okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Okay, this does have, okay, confusion gone. All right, so now, let's see. So this goes to the back. Should be right here. And should go just like this. Okay. Okay, now we are looking at two of the B ones, which I believe is, doesn't say, okay. I believe these are the B ones right here. Okay, Toger, so this is a Capcom Legacy cab, and it does have Super Turbo Hyper Fighting and Champion Edition on it, as well as King of Dragons, Strider, Pro Gear, Battle Circuit, Puzzle Fighter, Slam Masters, Capcom Sports Club, Final Fight, Giga Wing, Captain Commando, and Armored Warriors. So it has a pretty varied amount of the rest of the CPS2 games in it. But essentially, I'm going to be using it as a Super Turbo cabinet and hyper fighting, whatever. Let's see here. Okay, so these are B. Yes, two of them go in here. Okay, and they're supposed to be locked, I see. So, okay, here we go. One here, this side. Okay, and so we'll tie these together. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let's see how it goes. So Dick's, I'm curious. So what is the best one-up cab then, as far as like the Capcom ones go? I'm a little bit curious as to which one would be considered like the best. Would it be the Big Blue? I think. This is the way it, see two of them going here, yeah. Okay. Okay, this one's not cooperating, so gonna have to make make sure that. Yeah, this is right. Okay. All right. Let's try it again. Yeah, I'm curious what what would be considered the best one-up cab. The Shinku cab is better. Okay. Okay. So what is? So there's an update that fixes the input delay, I guess, off of from the one-up server or something like that. Oh, third-party fixes. Okay, interesting. I never knew that there was like a community built around that. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that if the devs themselves are not stepping up to the plate, that others are doing that. So that's nice. That's good to hear. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to move this to the side temporarily, and I'm going to put this one together real quick. So E1 is going with E1 is going with E2, obviously. Okay, all right. So let's put this together. I have to like double check everything because sometimes I built a couple of small desks and things, and I messed it up. And by the time I realized what I messed up, it was it took me a while to redo it or to get it the way it needed to be done. So better safe than sorry. Okay, so this is these are going in here. Okay, and same thing with these. And same with these, okay. Also, I have a couple of other like Street Fighter 2 related things that I'm gonna try to do like a little review on or something like that, and I was thinking of making like a proper like YouTube video for that, but I may just end up streaming it. To be honest with you, it might be a little bit easier to do that. The thing about doing the YouTube videos is you have to sit down there, and you don't necessarily have to write a script, but one helps, and you got to film it, and then you got to edit that, and you got to make sure that the sound is correct, and you got to make sure the lighting's correct. It's a lot, I think with the streaming, it's a lot easier because it's just kind of done in one big take, and like I don't want to say half the effort, but just maybe it was spent like half the time used to get around the same the end result. So I'm still thinking about what to do on that one. Let's see here. Also, I'm gonna try to. Well, I will try to stream like a live playthrough of the Game Boy, the original Game Boy Street Fighter 2. So that'll be a fun one. Now, one thing I can tell you about that game right away is it actually, the sound is great and the graphics are great, but I think because the graphics are a little bit too much for the Game Boy to really handle, there's like a terrible input delay, man, on that game, and it makes it like unplayable even for like two players. You know, it's hard to control because you do the special move and man, it takes like a second before it comes out. Like what the hell? Okay, looks and sounds really good though, but just the playability of it, I think those sprites are just a little bit too detailed. Okay, that's finished right here, and this is ready to go on, I believe, to the next piece. Let's see. Oh no, okay. So this part's done for now. Okay, so Toker, if you're still watching, what is the gossip in the 30th chat? I'm curious. I wonder what's going on in the 30th. Okay, so next is LK, 2Ks and L. Okay, so I'm assuming there's gonna be one in here. This is no P. It's P. K. Here we go. Another K. All right. That's it so far. Okay. So I am looking for L now. Where would L be? L is the back portion of it. No, this is N. H. If any of you guys used to watch wrestling back in the day, I remember when William Regal used to call Triple H Triple H. Okay, I'm looking for the L, but I don't see it. Let's see here. This is I. Okay, where is that L? This is F, obviously. Here it is. Okay, here is L. Okay, so we have, let's see here. These are all done with these right here, and there's two each, okay? And they're both on the outside. Okay, in case you're wondering, I'm just doing this right here. Just putting the, just putting these suckers on. Okay, these done. Same with L, yes. K and L, yeah. The middle part's always like the boring part of doing this because the newness of opening it up is worn off, and you know you're in like for the long haul before it actually gets like done. Okay, so let's see here. Let me move this back. So this is in the back. Let's see here. Okay. So that's right, that goes in the back, okay. K, K, and L, okay. So how are we doing this? Should be K, like that, okay. K, K here, and then L right over here. Okay, let's put this here. Okay, good enough. K, K, and L. Okay, so for these ones, we're going to put in 7B. It should be here. Okay. So dump this out here a little bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. KKL, P and P, huh? Okay. Huh. Okay. So these instructions are a little strange. So this one's done here. This one, okay, only gets one that goes in. Yeah. And actually, hold on. Before I do this and mess it up, let me just make sure that these are going in the right way. Okay, so the K is facing up. Okay, all right, we're good. Okay, good enough. I was gonna get one right here. Try not to get my mug too close to this camera, but I don't think we have much of a choice. Let's see. Okay, and if you guys, anybody has any questions about anything Street Fighter related, whatever, just shoot me some questions and I'll chat about it while I'm building this. I find that when I'm putting stuff together, instead of just sitting there and just focusing on this, if I have something else to do, it makes the process go by a little bit better. Okay, K, and P, huh? Okay, so I'm a little bit confused on this. Let's see. So, okay, here's K. That goes here. And then the P, where's P at? There we go. These double ones, and I guess they go here. Okay. All right, let's see here. So K and K go up here, and the two P's go here. Okay, got it. Okay, and these go up this way, I guess. All facing me. Yeah, so actually this one I kind of screwed up already, so I'll have to redo that. So what I did was I accidentally okay, good enough. So this one has to go on the opposite side. So I'll just lift it up here, spin it around. And redo this. Okay. P. And it looks like, okay, it looks like this one goes here, but it looks like this other P right here is going to go the opposite. So this one's going here, like this, and this one right here is showing that these things right here kind of go down in this way. So, gotta take the instructions word for it. Okay, and let's see here. So in case anyone's joining now, we're doing a build of the arcade 1-up, the Legacy Edition, the one that has the Hyper Fighting marquee on here, and the Champion Edition artwork inside of like a Midway kind of cabinet, an old Mortal Kombat cabinet. And I'm just trying to get the base put together. I'm gonna be streaming this entire night until I get it finished. So let's see what happens. I don't even know how it's gonna go. So we'll see. We'll do our best. Okay, so this one is gonna go in here. Okay, luckily these screws are pretty easy to put in. And like I said before, this is the boring part. Just sitting here and screwing all this crap in, you know. But, you know, it's all part of the process. Okay, good enough there. This one's good. We have this one here. So this one is showing that these screws right here, which kind of tighten up the screws I'm putting inside, this one goes in like this way instead of out that way. And actually, so that means I messed this one up. So I have to do this one. Okay. Hopefully that these machines are easy enough to tear down, like say I need to move somewhere or something like that, and instead of just bringing it, I might be able to just tear it down and put it back together. Okay, so that's that. That's where we need to be. Yes. Okay, and this probably need two here. All right. Okay, 100 pounds. That's not too bad. I can handle 100 pounds. I usually like all this junk right here. Like I can bring it up myself. It's not too much of a problem. You just have to have the right angle on it, and just give yourself the right angle when you're lifting it up there, and you should be able to make it, you know, to wherever you need to go. It's not like something that you can like just carry, you know, all the time. But if you're just doing it in some short bursts, it's fine. Okay, this looks good enough to me. Okay. Okay, now that we got that done, it's telling me to put brackets on the LCD screen right here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna try to move this to the side. And okay, so this is, yeah, as good as it can get there. I'll tighten all that stuff one more time later. Okay, so now It's the LCD screen right here. And I'm assuming that the Mobo is part of the LCD screen. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So it's telling me. Okay, actually, let me take this off first. This is kind of cool. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to give a little bit of a small little history lesson on Street Fighter 2 for those of you guys that may not be like real versed in it. So when Street Fighter 2 came out, when it first came out with World Warrior, a lot of people don't realize, I think now just because they weren't born yet or whatever, but they don't realize just how big that release was. Like Street Fighter 2 saved arcades because it introduced the concept of like instead of like just you playing one player and then trying to get the high score, then your friend trying to beat that high score. It changed the game, and now it was you versus your friend directly. Capcom did a great job of taking the flaws of the first Street Fighter and making Street Fighter 2 like a real playable game as opposed to Street Fighter 1. And it instant blockbuster, instant blockbuster. That was everywhere. Street Fighter 2 was everywhere. You couldn't go to any corner store, to any grocery store, to any movie theater, to any arcade, to any place where an arcade would fit. Street Fighter 2 was there, and the reason why is because it made tons of money. There were quarters nonstop coming up all the time, the whole time during Street Fighter 2's run. When Champion Edition came out, that's when we started seeing the first edition, the big blue cabinets. They were the ones that didn't have the Q sound speakers. They were the ones that had like the round speakers, and they had a little bit of like a little bit larger or longer control panel from the screen to you. But they were impressive looking because they're real tall. And that's when we started really getting the 25-inch screens too as well. Most of the Street Fighter 2 machines in the wild when it first came out were just like the little 19-inch versions. But once Champ came out, then that's when they started becoming the 25-inch deluxe ones. And Champion Edition was just as big because it really was like, wow, oh my God, I can play as the boss. I can play as Bison now. I can cheese people out with the Psycho Crusher, and that's what people did, mind you, and they still do today. I can play as Ryu versus Ryu, Ken versus Ken, whatever versus whatever. Like it was a big deal at the time. Champ, the first game and Champ Edition were huge, mega popular. Everybody knew what Street Fighter 2 was. It's almost like a meme at this point, but when people talk about like people used to get in fights and stuff over it, like it legit, that's what happened. That's what it was. It wasn't uncommon for, some little like 11, 12-year-old kid to be facing up against like some, 37-year-old like gangster dude. And the dude would like try to pull a knife on the kid because he's like fireballing too much and all that. Like it really legitimately led to fights and stabbings and shots. Like it was nuts. Just because the game was so good and like just so big, it was such a thing at the time. That was I'll never forget the first day that I saw that game, and I was like, oh my God, like it really was like this life-altering event. Really good. So when you see a lot of the Street Fighter 2 nostalgia, I know a lot of the younger generation gets upset because there's so much Street Fighter 2 stuff out there, but I don't think that they realize the impact that Street Fighter 2 actually did have on not just arcade goers, but like everybody knew what it was. If you ask somebody now what Street Fighter 6 is or 5, and more than half the people will be like, what? But at that time when Street Fighter 2 was in its heyday, yeah, everyone, your parents knew, your little brothers knew, your unborn little brother still hadn't been born yet, your grandparents knew, everybody knew what it was because it was just everywhere and it was such a big thing. And then I think though, so by the time Hyper came out, it got a little bit stale at that point. So when Hyper Fighting came out, actually I was going to talk about this marquee real quick. Okay, so when Hyper Fighting came out, it's pretty neat. So when you see this hyper fighting marquee right there, I like this. So Hyper Fighting came out as a result of the Rainbow Edition, the bootlegs that were coming out of Taiwan, and so the American division, I believe it was Ken Goddard, if I remember correctly, was trying to come up with like a competitor, and they actually took a few things from that Rainbow Edition and made it into Hyper. Capcom of Japan didn't like that because they were already developing Super Street Fighter 2, but they still went ahead and like let the project be greenlit. So they came out with this, with Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. As you can see, this is just a real slapped on, little Photoshop deal of a marquee out there. It still has the Champion Edition logo and all that. Now, actually, it's a really good game. The only problem with the game came out, Mortal Kombat was already out. And at that point, it shifted from Street Fighter over to Mortal Kombat, and then the rest was just kind of history off that. Mortal Kombat was too powerful, too popular, so you had the nice arcade machine. Now that arcade machine, the sounds were great, man. You could really hear and you could really feel every uppercut. Like, it was ridiculous. The bass in that machine was just off the handle. And now you can rip their spines out and all that. So it really just kind of made Street Fighter not really much of anything anymore at that, as far as like the public consciousness. Everybody moved over to Mortal Kombat because that was the game. Now there were still some Street Fighter stalwarts that still played the game and enjoyed it, but those were the competitive people. The most of the public, they kind of dropped Street Fighter and moved on to other things, which is namely Mortal Kombat. You had Samurai Showdown out at that time. A lot of the other Neo Geo fighters. There were just so many fighters saturating the market that Street Fighter just kind of fell off. Matter of fact, CE cabs were everywhere. The Hyper Fighting, I remember only seeing one cab back in Albuquerque when I was a kid. And then once new challengers came over, that was it. It kind of killed Street Fighter off for the general public. Again, not competitively, but just the general public. Street Fighter was dead at that point, because what's even worse is that it was slow again. Once Super Street Fighter 2 came out, it was slow, and everybody's like, hey, what the heck is this? It's like I'm playing like underwater, So anyways, but I do still have fond memories of this marquee right here. Okay. Also, last little bit of trivia. So they made big marquees for the Street Fighter for Champion Edition. They had a real nice, big, huge marquee. This one, I never made the big version of it. I think they just put some like black bars up on top, and then just kind of slapped this one in over the conversions from Champion Edition too. So a little bit low effort, but I still do like the color representation on this. So, enough with the got some feedback here. Let me drop the mic a little bit. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, we tried this. So I just dropped the mic a little bit. The wife was telling me it wasn't so good. Okay, so let's get back to the mission at hand. Okay, you guys talking a little bit too loud. Okay, now we have some brackets, and we're putting in more of the C's, which I believe are these. Okay, so let's find these brackets real quick. But yeah, Street Fighter when Street Fighter 2 first came out, man, it was just super huge. Like, hard to really give an equivalent of what like something for today is. It was just massive, man. Everybody knew what that was. And back at the time too, we look at Street Fighter 2, the original one. We look at the World Warrior, and let's see here. Let me just make sure this is the right. Let's see. Here and there. Where was the Hyper Fighting cab at? Oh, so if you're talking about my Hyper Fighting cab, Aaron, that one's still at my house. I still have that one. Let's see. And this is I have the real cab at the house. Okay, and back in my home state. Okay, so Let's see here. Still got feedback. Okay, let me drop the mic a little bit. Okay, let me lower the mic just a little bit, real quick. Testing, testing, testing. Let's see. Okay, so a friend of mine was asking about the hyper fighting cabinet. No. The one at Frontier was a CE cabinet. I don't remember it being hyper fighting. The cabinet that was let me see here. Okay, how about now? How's the sound now? I don't know if there's still an echo or not. So that I'm looking at this thing right here and it's not really matching up, so I'm still trying to figure this out. This is A. Yeah, this is A. Is it still that way? So that cabinet, it's better, or is it still bad? Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix this echo. Is it still echoing, or is it better now? I did turn it down a little bit. It's echoing, huh? Okay. Echoing. Okay. All right, guys, give me just a minute. I'm gonna try and see if I can sort the sound out. Okay, I'm gonna try and sort the sound out real quick. So give me just a second to get this sorted out. Okay, testing. Just gonna test out the mic a little bit now and see if hopefully this works. Let's see. I'm being told that it sounds like it's in a drum, I guess. Like there's a little bit of echoing, so hopefully this works now. I'll be knowing in just a minute. Okay, so Aaron, back to what I was telling you about. The only hyper fighting machine that I saw in the wild in Albuquerque is at an old arcade called Pirate Willie's, and that was in the South Valley somewhere. It's not there anymore. It's been a long time since it's been like a long time since it was around. But it was connected to like a little bingo hall. Not you remember when they used to have bingo halls out there before the casinos were around? It was connected to that, and that was really the only place that I ever saw hyper fighting in Albuquerque. So at that, like I said, at that point it was dead. Everybody was already on to Mortal Kombat, and there was no more need for like Street Fighter because everybody had just moved on to Mortal Kombat. You know, how are you gonna you know, have like, how are you gonna have competition to Mortal Kombat, which, like I said, you're ripping out people's spines and doing all the fatalities and stuff like that. There's just no way, you know. So at that point, that's when Street Fighter had kind of died, and it wasn't. People still knew what it was, but it just wasn't really like popular anymore. Okay, and I hope you guys can hear me. Let's see here. So this is the mobile that we're putting together, and the LCD screen. So as far as I can tell, right here, this is the LCD screen. I'm not sure if this is the actual the gaming motherboard. If there's something else here too, but we'll find out. So I'm just gonna put these together real quick. And then so far I haven't heard whether the sound is like bad or not, so I'm assuming that it's okay. Let's see here. And then I do remember seeing, let's see here. I do remember seeing, sounds good? Okay, great. Back on track. So I do remember seeing Street Fighter Alpha, the original one, Aaron at okay, good. I don't know what there was some sort of feedback loop. Okay, good. The wife says it's all good, so we're back in business. So I do remember seeing Street Fighter Alpha, Aaron, at it was an old movie theater. I forget what it's called, but it was where the Burlington Coat Factory is in Albuquerque, off of, I believe it's San Mateo. They had a little movie theater that was there, and then right inside that there was a arcade called like the Starport or something like that, and they had Street Fighter Alpha there. I don't think I really remember even seeing Alpha 2 around anywhere. They just everyone had moved on to the games like Marvel Superheroes, which is over at the Tilton Windrock. Okay, this part's finished right here, so this is good to go. Let's see here. Just make sure 5, 6. Okay, I'm putting these two in there, and these are getting slotted in D1, which is in here. Okay. Let's see. 3 C's. Okay, yeah. How many of them? 4. Okay. So, Windrock, the tilt at Windrock had, first it was Marvel Superheroes. I didn't see Children of the Atom there, but I did see Marvel Superheroes, and then it moved on to X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, then MVC, then MVC2, and that's what they use those blue caps for. Okay, so now, let me see which side is going on here. So now I'm ready to put this up here, but okay, this is in D1. Okay. And let's see. You know, I can just do this. Make it easier on myself. Okay, so it's going in here. And I guess it's sliding here. I'll peel off protective film before control deck assembly. Okay, so let me do that real quick. Okay, all right. This is cool. tougher original 8, 4 new player characters. Sorry, let me go down here. Okay, play as a boss, that was huge. Play four new player characters, which were the bosses, and the tough original 8, and also it's kind of missing here, but you have like same character versus same character, and you have like I think it was like 7, 8 possible matchups or whatever. So that was a real big selling point of Champion Edition when it first came out. I mean, like a huge selling point. Okay, so now I believe this is going in here like this. Okay. Oh. Okay, I got it. So we're gonna put this up here first. Okay, so this is getting moved up here, like so. And this is gonna go in here, like this. See on here, yeah, okay. Pull this piece of tape off real quick. Okay. Now, what am I missing here? This is for, yeah, this is D1. Ah, here they are, okay. It just wasn't lined up perfectly. Okay, so here's the LCD screen that we're putting in, and let me just go on this side. Sorry for the crotch shot, guys. Okay. Okay, here we go. And this is, looks like it's going in here. Okay. Now this is a little bit of an odd angle here, so we look at the instructions. See if you guys can see that right here. Okay, so yeah, it's showing 4 of the C's going right here in this spot. And this is really weird, actually. I feel like these ones, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this off and redo, okay. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take these ones off the cab and put them on that first, and then put them, or take this off the LCD, I should say, put them on the cab and then screw the LCD in. Now the only problem is I hope that the screws themselves aren't, sorry, look at the chat real quick. Hey Felix, what's up, man? Yeah, so I'm assembling this there you go, that the arcade 1-up cabinet. So we're gonna do a stream of what it takes to do this, and I'm gonna be here until the end, man. So hopefully it won't take too long, but you never know. Okay, so that's good right there. Now I think I'm just gonna go do this here instead, and that'll make it a little bit easier. And then that way I have room to screw into this one. Also, thanks for watching, man. Let's see here. I'm trying to you know, keep everybody entertained and at the same time see if I can get this set up. And then okay, let's see here. Let me just get back on this. Okay, all right. You see all that? Yeah. Okay, so far we're an hour and 30 minutes into the setup, so I'm expecting it to be at least another hour and a half. That's what my assumption is going to be, and I'm trying to stick to the instructions, except for this specific part right here. I'm having a little bit of an issue with this, so I think I'm going to put this on here first, and then slide in the LCD. Just to make it easier on myself. Okay. And like I said, I hope that this wood can survive it being, you know, screwed in and then unscrewed out and then screwed back in again. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so right here, let's see here. So one more time, here is the actual LCD screen right here. You can see that it closely resembles the champ cabinet, but unfortunately it's missing some of the stuff down here. Okay. Now, oh, and here's what the back of it looks like too as well. So here's the little Wi-Fi dongle, and here's all the connections and all that too as well. So this, I'm assuming, is going to go to the control panel. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what that looks like. And so let's put this on. Okay, so this was going on here. And okay, right there. Okay. So this is a little bit easier to screw in on this side. So I had to do it like this, although the instructions told me basically to do it. Otherwise, the instructions right here are showing to put this on first and then put it on the cabinet, but I think it's going to be easier to do it this way. So we'll go ahead and, let's see. Okay, it's pretty stable right there. It's good. Okay. It's nice and tight. Let's do it on the other side. I feel like I'm doing one of those Bob Ross paintings. Okay. And now I need 2 more of these. So this is going to stabilize. Yeah, it's going to stabilize right here the LCD screen. So I want to say we're about halfway done, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll know when we know, I guess. And this is, yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's not like super sturdy, but it's not necessarily flimsy, so that's good. Okay. We'll see what the durability of these machines are at, you know, as time passes. Okay. Good enough right there. Okay, now let me head back over here and we're going to move on to the next portion of it. Okay, let's see here. So now we're at H and M. Okay. H and M. Let's see. So here's M right here. And M is the speaker assembly, speaker unit. Okay. So M is the speakers right here. There you go, kind of seeing the light a little bit. There we go, yeah, okay. So this is the speaker setup, looks like. And we're putting some grommets in here. How many of them? 4 in each, okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so M's good. Now we're looking for H. Okay, nothing there. Nothing here. That's I. These are the side panels. This is the N. Or N. Here we go, H. Okay. So I'm assuming that this is going to be the bottom. No, I guess not. Okay, let's find out. Okay, we're at H here and more grommets. The boring stuff. Okay. These go on the inside, yep. Okay, next page. Okay, here we go, N1 and N2. Okay, so these are done. Now we're looking at N1 and N2. Yo, Mega Man, what's up? So, you're lucky because I'm not streaming USF2 right now. We're actually streaming this, but you already knew that from before. So, but I just had to mention that. Anyways, what's up, man? How's it going? Hope everything is well, all that. So, in case anybody in the stream does not know who Rockman EXE1, he is a ridiculous fucking geef that's gonna kick your ass. He kicks my ass too. I try to bring the heat, but I'll figure it out eventually. But anyways, so I want to give a shout out to him. Man, thanks for the raid. Okay. So anybody who wasn't part of the raid, go check out twitch.tv/rockmanexe1. I hope I got that right. And again, Mega Man, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on all the Twitch stuff and all the links and all that too as well. So I got to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, all right. Okay, so anyways, anyone who just came aboard from Mega Man, first of all, thanks for coming aboard. So what I'm doing right now is I am working on putting together this arcade 1-up Legacy Edition machine, and that has 14 different games, including Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, and ST. And there's a little bit of a community there too as well. So I'm gonna hop on and you know play some of the guys and just kind of spread the Street Fighter 2 love around. So we're just putting this together. I'm gonna be streaming probably for a little bit longer, and at least another couple hours or so to get this thing set up and all that. And let's see, everything looking good? No, you can keep it down a little bit. You can push it down just a little bit because I'm gonna be focusing on push it down a little bit. Yeah, there you go, a little more. So because I'm gonna be focused mostly on the machine right here. Okay, all right. I got the camera lady who just came in to make some adjustments. Okay, all right. Okay, so Mega Man actually. So let's see here. So 200 bags of dicks was telling me that I guess that there is a pretty decent scene for that. So of course I'm going to customize it with the Sanwas and across the board. And also there is, I guess, updates for like input lag and things like that. Some entrepreneurial people have made it a better product. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Now, let me tell you about this though real quick, okay? Since I got you on here. So these buttons right here, as soon as I touch them, the trash buttons, man. Oh my God. These feel like play school buttons. That's the best way for me to describe it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about with that. It's really bad, man. So yeah, for sure this is going to be customized. This stick right here actually feels okay. I'm not so sure how it's going to hold up, but the stick seems to be okay. We'll just see what happens when I actually get it up and running. But I'll tell you right here, trash. And also to a lot of people who are curious about the difference between American and Japan controls. Okay, so I'll tell you real quick. There's a reason why the competitive scene is all on Japanese controls as opposed to the American ones. So number one is the layout. Okay, so if you see the layout right here, this is not a natural way for your fingers to be. It's not natural. With the Japan controls, it's more natural. It's going to be something like that, you know, just the way your hands are normally. So this way, not natural. Okay, and then number two, one thing that I don't like is the fact that because of the inverted buttons as opposed to the sun was, okay, that these are concave as opposed to the convex sun was. Let me tell you something, man. When you are mashing, say you're playing like Ken and you're like a knee basher, right? And you're trying to mash this shit right here, this is gonna tear your hands up, man. I hate it. I don't know if you check out my channel, YouTube, it's Street Fighter 2 TV. And if you look, it was a 1st to 5 on a big blue cabinet. And I played a full 1st to 5 with another claw player out there. And man, when I was sitting there mashing that, my hands were torn up by the end. So yeah, these, no good. So these are gonna get replaced as soon as possible. But I do have to try it out stock just to see how it is. And then, you know, once I get the final verdict there, then of course it's gonna get replaced. So, and this is also, here's a good shot of the control panel right here. Okay. And oh, lastly too, so they come with bat tops on this one. So I'm not a bat top connoisseur. I 100%, you know, like the ball tops, but it is what it is. Okay. So let's see here. Like I said, I'm gonna be streaming until the end, until this thing is up and running. So just you know, just sit back and enjoy the fireworks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm just taking it through, you know, each process right here, and we're in the boring stage right here. We're like halfway through, so not a whole lot going on. Just me putting in grommets and stuff. That's about it. Okay, so now actually we're looking for N. Let's see here. So I have N2 and we're looking for N1. And okay, and Mega Man, so if you're still there, I will do a video of myself throwing those damn things in the garbage. Terrible. No reason to keep it. Okay. So we got N1 and N2 here. And man, this room was nice and clean. Look at all this trash now. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a video specifically of me tossing those cheap ass buttons in the garbage, man. I'm telling you, I got like baby's first concave button. Okay, all right. Now let's see here. N1 and N2 are gonna go together. So, like I said, this is the boring part. I'm just putting this stuff together, and let me try to move this over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's see here. Okay, so N2 is up here. I'm gonna move this over here and put some more of these things in here. And this is going actually this way. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Okay. But yeah, I did hear that there was a pretty good community dedicated to, you know, the one-ups and you know, making them better and more playable. And in case you guys don't know, I'm a connoisseur of the original arcade hardware. I used to own every version of the Street Fighter 2 with like its proper arcade things. There's a few that I did sell because I just didn't need them anymore. They weren't doing much. I still do have my 2 Astro versus Cities, and I also have a Big Blue, the Generation 1 Big Blue with Hyper Fighting and CE. You can kind of swap them out. So that one, just because I don't mind playing Hyper like on the American hardware, because a lot of people still do that, so I'm okay with that. But generally for me, when it comes to arcades, it's the Versus City or dual Astros or bust. That's it, man. When you play it on the best, what's the point of playing on anything else? And I'm not saying it to sound snobbish. I'm just saying it because that's where you get the best of everything. You get the nice 29-inch screen. You get your own control panel. You get the good Japanese controls. Like, it's really sweet. So if you're so to be honest with you, Mega Man, I don't know. Like, I guess it all depends really on what I end up like doing with this. Like, am I gonna keep it? Am I gonna play it for a while and just say I can't deal with this anymore and get rid of it, or am I gonna keep it, or what? I'm not 100% sure. Now, if it was something that I was gonna be going online only, I would tell you straight up, I would just kind of convert it to a 1-player. That way I have just a 1-player deal, no need for 2-player. But again, I'm not 100% sure what exactly is gonna happen yet too as well. So, I mean, there might be a point where somebody might come over and we'll just play it like that, that like nostalgia kind of sake. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on this. Let's see here. But like I said before, earlier, that one of the guys was telling me that they at least the community's done a good job of kind of making them like playable to a certain extent. So that's good, man. I'm always happy to see that type of stuff. Never discount the community that wants to make things like, or I should say, has figured out ways to make things better. Like as far as like emulation goes, all that. Fightcade 2 is great, man. I love it. Such an improvement over Fightcade 1. What's nice about now is that there's a lot of options still to be able to play Street Fighter 2, no matter what it is. Even the dreaded USF2. Okay, let's see. So in case anyone wants a background on that game, let's see here. These cabs are too small for 2 grown adults to play on. I convert mine to 1-player. Okay, yeah, that's about right. So okay, so Dix, is there a way like to connect both of them to make like a reverses setup, or is it just you just kind of convert it to 1-player? I feel like somebody may have like figured out, to do that at some point. Okay, this part's done, and this is getting slid into. Let's see here. Okay, so this is getting slid into. Oh, this is okay, I see what this is. This is part of the control panel. Okay. Interesting land to land. That'd be like a kind of a cheaper way to do that. The problem with getting like Versus Cities now and like Astros and all that is, man, they're expensive. Like real expensive. Even the one that I bought, when I got it, is this right? Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's gotta be this. What am I missing here? Maybe this is it right here. Okay, so I'm looking at this piece right here, and it goes there and where? Yeah, they both look this side. Okay. Okay, these cabs are peer to peer. Okay. Okay, that's good then. At least it helps a little bit. So what I was saying about the candies is that, man, they're really expensive now. Like they used to be, you know, fairly plentiful. You can get them for like $500 and all that. But now, you know, the stock has dried up so much that impossible to get for anything less than like $1,000 at the very least. You know, if you find somebody who's nice, you know, they might be able to get you something, but for the most part, it's gonna be tough to get. Okay, so I am having a little bit of an issue with this right here. Why is this? This really should be lining up. Okay, so let me move this back so you kind of see what's going on. Okay, so this looks like this is the bottom of the control panel. And I am missing something here. Let's see. So this is, yeah, this is right. It has 3 of them. One at the bottom. Yeah, all the grommets are showing that too. Okay, so I am, I see. Okay, maybe it comes out here? No, that's not right. Or maybe that's what it is. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Okay, so I am having an issue with this right here. Okay, so this piece of the control panel is showing so 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's right, okay. And there's a 4th one up here. But this control panel, and this is N2, and this is N1, yeah, this is right. So, okay, what am I missing then? Okay, so this is the bottom of the control panel, I'm assuming. But, this has got to be it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I just kind of messed up and didn't realize that T-molding went over this this part right here. Okay, so that's good right there. And now we're going to put M here. And M is obviously going to be the speakers. And it's going to be the bottom part. Looks like it's going to go right here. Right. Okay. Right here. Okay. So the speakers are going right on this part. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go here. And it should be something like this. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. That's what it's showing. Just make sure that we're good here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good enough there. Now, okay, what's next? 8, 9. These cabs are peer to peer. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, so Dix, there's also, I'm assuming that somebody sells a 1-player like conversion control panel for that too, because that is probably something I would be interested in doing. There's yeah, it's I can tell you right now, it's way too small for that. Okay, H, okay, H, which should be this right here. Okay, H is going in here at the top. Okay. Guess that's right, yeah, okay. So these parts aren't like perfectly matching up, but I guess we'll see what happens when it's finished. Yeah, okay, so H is top of here. Let's see. Here we go, okay. I do apologize for this part not being able to be seen. Let me actually pull it back a little bit. So maybe you can see a little bit better here. Okay, all right, so here's the top. Okay, and let's see here. And a lot of these pieces are just slotting in, but it's not. You know, put something up here so it stays, so it doesn't fall off. Okay, so I'll just keep this here for now. Okay, and the marquee is going between here and here. Okay, got it. Oh, did I lose? Okay, I lost. Okay, give me a second, guys. I just lost the camera for some reason. So let me get this sorted out. Okay, think we're back in business. Let's see here. No, where's the camera at? That is strange. Okay, I'm gonna redo it one more time. Okay, alright, that should be better. Sorry guys, I just lost the camera for just a second. Okay, but we're all good. So Felix, so I got this one, I think it was like a couple of hundred, 200 something, and it was on, they were on clearance at Walmart, so I was able to get it like somewhat easily, but I'm not sure when and if they go on, you know, where they go on sale. But you know, for that price, it was totally worth trying it out, you know. Okay, so now I am looking for the marquee, which is actually over here. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So now we're going to take the top sticker off the marquee. And let's see. Not even the nails are helping on this one. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm sure the sticker has to come off because this is not it's like way too cloudy of a marquee. Let's see here. Yeah, pull this off the marquee. So, okay, we're gonna try and take the sticker off of here and then slot it into here. And what is going on with that camera? Hold on. Ah, okay, okay. Give me just a second. Let's see. Okay, okay, I see what's going on. All right. So because of the long form recording, okay guys, sorry about this. Let me switch cameras over because this is going to just keep shutting off. So let me switch real quick. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So apparently, the camera that I was using to stream, this nice Sony, unfortunately, just kind of the battery died on it, even though it was being charged. So we're gonna have to go with just a regular backup webcam. And there's not as much space, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, so now we're taking this thing off here. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of. I think you should be able to hear me now. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Okay. All right. I like this marquee actually. This marquee is really nice. It's. I love the colors. I love the whole vibe about that too as well. And even like for the arcade one up, like this is a little plexiglass marquee like you would find in the arcades, just a little mini version of it. So, okay, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, let's see here. So this marquee is gonna go on here, and then let's see here. Let me put this on here first, I guess. Then we're going to slide this marquee in here, like so. And yeah, okay, there we go. So it is starting to come together a little bit. Okay, so the marquee is good, although I'm going to use something to prop this up for now. There we go, okay. That's better. Okay, so now it's kind of propped up. Again, apologies. I had to switch webcams out there, and this mic is not going to turn off. But unfortunately, though, it's a lot smaller. So yeah, at least it's got the emergency one here. Okay, so now we're putting on. Let's see here, and then we're putting on the fake coin door. Okay, so okay, here's I right here. So here is that, and then where was that coin door that I saw earlier? Okay, it's here in one of these ones. Nothing in here. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is kind of cool, even though it's just a little faux coin door. Okay, here we go. So this is a coin door for like what an actual arcade would have, but it's completely fake. You see there's nothing there. There's no way to get through here. It does have a free play option here, and it says push for credit. So let's see if it's something that actually happens or if it's just for show. But we're gonna go ahead and put this on here now. And we're looking at I. Okay. Okay, here. So that's on there. So B is on there. Okay, HL. That's right. Looks like this is going to go how exactly? Okay, so the top is here. It's got to be like this, yeah. Okay. So the coin door goes like this, like so. And apparently just pops on. I don't really see. Here we go. Okay, K and J. Okay. I, K, and J. Okay, got it. So we need some little grommets here. Put it. So we're looking for K and J. This is, can't tell. Let's see. I believe these are the pieces though that you need. Let's see here. this is that, and then we're looking for K, and I believe I saw K here somewhere. Oh, these are still C's, okay. Where are the K's? That's B. These are some spare parts, just in case, I guess. So let me find these K's real quick. These are B's. There's a spares. What is this right here? That's the plug. It's the AC adapter. Okay, so I am missing. These are D's. These are E's. These are A's. Okay, so I'm missing the K. Or I'm not missing it. I've just probably misplaced it somewhere. So let's see where that's at. Okay. Okay, so as it looks right now, I might be missing the K's, which I need to put this in. I swore I'd seen them before, but I guess not. Let's see. These are D's. These are E's. These look like the K, but here's a spare part. Man, this looks like it, but it says there's 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 6. Okay, and those ones can't be that long, so, okay, so here's, where are they? Is it here somewhere? Nope. Okay, here we go. So I didn't find them, or I didn't see them initially because they're like real tiny little screws, like very, very small ones. So I was looking around for a bunch of the silver ones. Turned out to be this. Pardon me, I'll get a little bit of water. Okay, now, and also here's a little small screw. I have no idea where this came from, but can't even barely see it in the hand. Okay, we'll find out, I guess. Okay, K now. All right, so we can put this back on. Okay, and the first one will go right here, and K right here. And the screwdriver for this one is going to be, well, shoot. Okay, yeah, it looks like it should be okay. So we'll try this one. Let's see. It's a little bit tiny, but should work. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay, so Bags, if you're still watching, I have a question about the online play. So how does it work? Do you just boot it up for the first time and then like choose a username, or do you have to like sign up like via Arcade One Up or something like that? I'm a little bit curious about that. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit tougher. Register via email. Okay, all right, yeah, no problem. It's just simple enough. If I have a smaller set here that I might have to use. Let's find out. Yeah, these K's get screwed into this. Okay, so, K, J, I, I1, that's right. Okay, I'm going to use a smaller one if I can. Let's see. I might just have to use this one. Okay, here we go. This one's a little tough to get in. I hope I'm not messing it up. I want it to be tight, but I don't want it to be too tight to where it's going to strip that, just in case I need to take it off for whatever reason. So gotta be real careful with that. Actually, you know what? Well, do I have that small one there? No, I don't see it here. Yes, actually it is over here. So one thing I can do is I can use a little bit smaller one, and I'll just put this here as a placeholder. Okay, yeah, it's good enough. And let's see here. Okay, this one should work. Okay. So place this on a smaller screwdriver head. That way it's easier to, yeah, this is a lot better. Okay. All right. Once we get these two first ones in, the rest of them should be pretty easy. So now, just gotta pull the rest of these out real quick. Let's put this on here, and let's get to screwing. And these ones are pretty. These are pretty. These have been the hardest ones of all so far to screw in. Okay. Still not in all the way. Okay, let's try some more. Better. Okay. All right. So apologize for the delay. These are taking a while to get in like properly. Okay. Let's see here. Well, what I can say is that it looks like it's going to be a nice centerpiece, at least, Mega Man. even if not like playing it per se, it might be like a nice background thing to have or whatever. Like it looks pretty cool actually. Now that I'm seeing it together, it's like a little mini version, like a little mini little arcade. It looks pretty cool. I think if you can find it at a reduced price somewhat, it probably would be totally worth getting. I think the list price when I saw it though, it was something like it was like 500 or something. I could be wrong, but it was something kind of high, and I was like, well, no, I don't. In my opinion, it's not worth it to go that high, but for for a reduced price, then that's when okay, it would probably be totally worth it. Okay. And also too, what's nice is yeah. So I got mine. It was like I think it was like 250, something like that. It was around 250. I don't know if they were getting clearanced out, like they're not putting it anymore, but I happened to get mine for 250. So I had been seeing it a few times here and there, and I I think at that point it was still already on clearance, and one point, we were doing some grocery shopping and whatnot, and I just happened to walk past that spot where it was at, and I noticed that at first they had like three of them, and then three became two, and then all of a sudden two became one, and then I was sitting there and just talking about it with the wife, and I said, you know what, I think I think that maybe this might be the time to get it now, because at least I can just go walk in the store real quick and go buy it, and it's at a good price. Versus, I sit on my hands for too long, and then by the time I decide, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get it, I go back and it's gone. So I just said, yeah, screw it. Now I think now's the time to pick it up. It's now or never essentially, because if not, you're gonna either have to go to a bunch of stores and see if they have them, and they probably won't, and or go online and for sure you're gonna get it at like an inflated price. So I decided, hey, what the heck, might as well get it now. Let's see here. Like if it's up to me, obviously, of course, and I'm sure that you would also agree to, like, just better to have a couple of Versus or a Versus City in the house, or a couple of like linked Astros, like that's obviously that's what I think what the goal is. But like my Astros are back in NM, and so it's just not feasible to bring it over here too, because there's really not enough room for it and all that, and so this is not the next best thing is Fightcade, but this is something else too that would work, which works for me, is good enough for me. So I decided, okay, yeah. Okay. And like I was saying earlier, man, those prices are ridiculous. Like I just happened to get lucky when I got mine, and I think I still like overpaid for it, but I knew that if I didn't get it then it was going to get hard to get later on. So that's why I just decided I'm going to buy two Astros. They may not even be working, but I'm going to clean them up. I'm going to fix them up and make them work. And it took a few months to get everything all sorted out, but I finally did, and totally worth it, man. Totally worth it. The only thing that I'm missing, to be honest with you, in NM was competition. that was the thing that was missing there. Yeah, there's a couple of decent players out there too, but I wish you had like Japanese level competition, offline, but that just wasn't the case, So online is where it had to go to. Let's see here, because I get to fight people like you, like Super V, like all these really great strong players, man. That's Fightcade is like really is like a godsend. Okay, because it's hard, if you don't have a huge offline scene, it's hard to really be or really like, you know, do your best to really get good, just because like you know, you have to have that competition, man. Let's see, it's not punching downward isn't good enough. Punching upward is always, you know, I think the right way to go, you know, when you're trying to get to that level. Okay, now, okay, so this is good here. This is done. This is slid in. Yeah, okay, this is all good right here. See a couple little gaps, but nothing too big, or nothing that probably won't get fixed after that. Okay. Whew. Now, E2. Okay, so I think we're ready to put this part on now. Before I do that, I think I need to let me see. I think I need to tighten these things up first. Let's see here. Because I think they'll just come out. So let me see here. Man, I'm curious about this. Okay, so I have a question for you, Dix, if you're still watching. So if you can see right, maybe like right here, do you see these little screws right here? Now I'm assuming that these are supposed to lock. I'm assuming that these screws are supposed to lock everything up once you put these other screws into them. So I'm assuming that I should lock up all the ones that have been man, hold on. Okay, I'm looking at this thing right here, and it's not showing that I'm locking everything up yet. Okay. Well, so I'm assuming that you lock them in. So let me try this real quick. So this is man, I don't know. Let's see here. No. Huh. So I don't want to put this like together and then then have these things that are not locked. But they're showing like that, and it's not showing that I'm supposed to lock it, so I'm a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna not worry about that for now. Okay, now I think it's time to put this part on right here, and let me just move this over so everybody can see a little better. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this over real quick. So there's a better angle. Maybe this way. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And we're going to put on this right here. Oh, and then regarding the candy cabs, Mega Man, I think, you know, there's a decent amount on the East Coast. So, you know, if somebody's looking to sell one, then you probably would be somewhat easiest to grab it, you know. Okay. Okay, this part is gonna have to go piece by piece, looks like. Yes, that's right. Okay. Coin door, not it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Coin door is set. Thanks for the thanks for the heads up, Aaron. Okay. Let's see. Just making sure this seems to be about right. Okay. Now this part gets a little bit tricky. Let's see here. Hard to tell where to start this. Okay, this goes over just a little bit here, it looks like. Okay, that should be a little better. And I will try to start it from here. Okay, this part is going to be a little bit tough. Let's see here. So I'm actually pretty close here. Okay. Top part done. We just have to go around each side here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely looking that way, man. Okay. Because it looks like it should be in right now, but then, okay, that part's good. Now I'm missing something here though. Okay, this part's good. Let me move this out just a bit now that we can. Okay. Okay, so this part right here, is this the coin door in all the way? Should be. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yes. I believe that's it. Let me just let me just make sure. Okay. We're in business. Okay, so now what's next? Okay. So we're putting these B screws in here real quick, which are going to be these ones. Okay. And we'll start from the bottom, and then we'll just move up. Okay, that was actually went better than I thought it was going to be. I was lucky I was able to kind of slot everything in nice and snug. Okay. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, got it. This part should go easy enough. There we go. One, two, three, yeah, okay. This is it. So, it looks like we're on the home stretch for the cab itself, for the shell, and then let's see what's going to happen with the other pieces of it. But for now, we're looking to be in good shape. Also, for everybody viewing, thanks for tuning in through the stream. We are right now 2 hours, 31 minutes, and counting too as well. So, which is I think what we figured was going to be. It was going to take around that amount of time. So, and we did have a couple of technical difficulties and stuff like that, but we did get it hopefully, sorted out. So, thank God that I had a backup camera. And in case you were wondering what happened with that other camera, so I have this Sony RX10 Mark III that I bought when I was in Singapore, and once I got like my A7S II and all that, then I stopped really using that one, except for like travel type of stuff, if I just needed like one camera. And you can plug it in via USB. It's really nice. Like it's a very nice mirrorless camera. But unfortunately, I mean, it takes 4K video and the whole thing, but unfortunately it's plugged into the USB, but the battery will still drain. It'll just drain a lot more slowly. And so what happened was I think it drained at about the two hour mark is when it finally just kind of gave it up. So, that was the end of that. Okay, so we got these three here. 1, 2, 3 here. Okay. So what ended up happening is the camera just ran out of juice, and that was the end of that one. So I had to use the backup webcam, and you'll see that it's like a lot less quality. I think this one was like a 1080p versus the 4K of the RX10. Okay. Okay, there's that. Need one on this side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top. So let me bring this back a little bit. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Like I said, a little mini arcade cabinet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 here at the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Okay, that one is done. Now, we're looking at what's next. Okay, next piece is, oh, the other side. Okay. So it looks like we're standing up now, actually. Okay, so good. So we're looking in, it's decent now. So now we're gonna stand this up. Okay. So I can officially say that we're, somewhat starting to near to completion. Okay. Okay, let me adjust the cam now. Okay, good enough. So, let's see here. So I am 6 foot, about 5, okay? So you can kind of see what this is. This is probably about like, this is like, I don't know, 4'10", something like that. It's a shade underneath 5 feet. Okay, so kind of small. Let's see here. So what's next? Oh, it's the inside. Okay, so inside is actually going to be, I think, this part right here. Good. Okay. I'm going to move the mic real quick, and we are going to screw these pieces in right here. It's going to be a little bit tough because of that Wi-Fi dongle that's right there. So let me. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. Should be able to see this here. Yeah, okay. All right. So here's the Wi-Fi dongle right here. Like I said, this looks to be the whole mobile and the whole deal. So, okay, so I have a question for you, Dix. What, this is for an SD, there's an SD slot right here. So what exactly is gonna go in there? I would assume it'd be is this for like firmware updates to load more games? Like what, have you guys figured that out? Let's see here, and do need a flashlight on here real quick. Okay, just needs to go up slightly. Okay. So yeah, I'm curious what this what that SD slot right here is for. Okay, there's this part right here, and I'm gonna try and get this other piece in here, but it really is. It's gonna be tough to do with that Wi-Fi dongle there. Let's see. Okay, try this. That doesn't really come out, so like I said, it's gonna be a little bit weird, but oops, let's try it. Okay, actually that worked out fine, so I'm gonna use I can probably use the other ones. Yeah, here they are. Okay. Okay, good enough on that one. So that part's good. Let's see what's next. Okay, now we're putting on the side panels, so let me switch this over here. Okay, D3 and E3 and the D ones, which I believe are these ones that we haven't opened yet. Okay. Now that this is stood up, it's actually very nice because I can kind of sit down in my chair. So we have the side panels right here. Let me just open these up. Okay, so here are the D3 and E3 panels right here. So these are going to put on the side. Okay, here we go. Let's see, D3 is on this side. Okay, and E3 is on the other side. So this is here, and we're using these. We're getting quite close to the end, I think. Let's see here. Let's see here. These are the characters are Sim not on there? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's so weird. So Sim should have been right here, but for whatever reason they didn't put him in there. I guess luckily Sim's right here, as you can see, but that's different than the actual bezel. That's a good catch right there. I didn't realize until you mentioned that. Okay, so 4 of them go in here. Oh wait, these go from the inside. Okay, all right. So yeah, for whatever reason they left Sim off. That's such a weird oversight. Okay, here we go. And also too, Aaron, they also missed the what was it? The same character versus same character. They also missed that part too as well. The little like blurb on it, and I think it was like 78 possible battles or possible combinations. They also missed that part too as well. That's a weird, yeah, it really is a weird oversight. I think when I do the review, like for the YouTube, I think I'm gonna have to mention, that stuff. It's so weird. Like I said, I was contemplating doing the review and then also filming like this part of it too as well, but it just wasn't. There's the flames. I'll have to check that out in a second. I was contemplating doing like just a full review of it like this, but then I said, no, man, like it's gonna be too much work to sit there and try and edit together all this stuff, And I said I think it's better to do like a live stream of me putting it together and then just taking whatever footage from that and then doing it that way rather than doing a bunch of takes and stuff. It's just too much, a little bit too much work. If I had about 25,000 subscribers, then yeah, for sure it'd be worth it, but not right now, not at the moment. Okay, so this is done. Man, I'm really confused though of these. For these right here. Let's see. It's like when you're putting together IKEA furniture. You can't really see it on this one, but there's these little screws that you screw in, and I think it's to tighten this, but it's just not. just not looking. Where's the other one? Should be over here. Is it down here? Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's on top of this. Okay, now this side. It's gonna lock in here. I like the fake T-molding right here. Okay. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Okay. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so I have 4 of these done. Okay, yeah, that is so weird, man. Sim's gone. And like I said, I was saying earlier too that it's strange to have this in like a midway cabinet, you know. This is the cabinet that housed the likes of Mortal Kombat 2, 3, you know, Ultimate 3, also Killer Instinct KI and KI2, and like what's cool about those cabinets is, man, they had like the side art on the side was really nice. It was super sturdy, like had a lot of great artwork and all that, and also the I mentioned it earlier, the sound was ridiculous on those cabinets, man. Like it was so good. You could hear, you could feel every uppercut, you know, in Mortal Kombat. It was just nuts. Okay, let's see here. So, finish with this part right here. Okay, the art looks okay. The art looks okay, but a missed opportunity on this one was the fact that since this is a legacy cabinet and not just a Street Fighter cabinet, they really should have put like Captain Commando and Hagar and like the Pro Gear guys, like it really should have been all the different ones instead of like just the Street Fighter. I think it was kind of weird that they just did it like. They just threw the Street Fighter characters and all that, and then that was that, you know. Okay, so we need one of the two big B's over here. Okay, so one on each side. I definitely thought Pro Gear's on here. I definitely thought that's a missed opportunity because they really should have put like all the artwork on the side if they were gonna do that, you know. I also like the Street Fighter nostalgia, but since this was a Capcom Legacy focused cab and not like only a Street Fighter cab, that I thought it would have been better to put, you know, all those other characters on there. Okay, this goes on the outside, yeah. Okay, it's good enough right here. So this is pretty sturdy, actually. It seems pretty sturdy on this. It's not bad. Okay. Okay, good enough. Okay, I did peel the screen protection. Now it's time to put the control deck in. Okay. So if anybody has just started watching, here is the control deck itself. And matter of fact, let me take this stuff off real quick. One thing I can tell you though, that these buttons are garbage, however you want to say it. These buttons are trash, man. Oh my God. Okay. I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's not good. Okay, so what is this here? What am I taking off? Why am I taking this off? Hold on. Install joysticks. Oh, so I guess this is, hold on, let's see. So here is, so this has, okay, so this has like this cover on here, but let me see if this cover actually, yeah, cover goes on there, I guess. So let me see here. Install joystick following directions. Remove protective films on both sides. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So we put this on here first, I guess. So you guys can see this. I don't want to smash it in, but it's kind of looking like what I have to do, I guess. Let's see. There we go. Okay. When in doubt, just smash it a little bit. Let's see here. Cover goes on. Artwork was getting trashed, so they started cleaning. Okay, got it. Okay. So these buttons right here, garbage, terrible buttons, man. These are like the buttons you'll find like on a 6-month-old like play toy or something like that. Like the cheapest plastic. I can almost guarantee you that these probably not gonna work. You know, like I'm curious to try it out, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so here's the cover right here, and we're gonna take off the. If I can get it off here. Let's see. We're gonna take off the protective film on both sides is what it's telling me, so. Okay, here we go. Okay, got it here. Okay, so we got this, and actually, I don't think there's anything on this side. Oh, maybe there is. Ah, here we go, okay. Okay, so I got the protective film off on both sides. So let's go ahead and put this on its proper designation, which should be like right here. Okay, good enough. Actually, that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks, you can't really tell that that's the cover's right there too, so it's good. Okay, so now we're gonna install the joystick units, and let me move this up a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, before I install the joysticks, actually let's spin this around and let's see where this is supposed to be plugged into. Okay, so we have these pieces right here. And matter of fact, let me just spin around so you can kind of see it here. So we have, yeah, here we go. Have these pieces right here, and they are going to connect. Looks like to the control unit. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Just put this down here for now. So we have this plug here, and we have this one right here. Which, if I can get this off. Okay, and we're going to take this off here. Okay. And by the way, shout outs to the wife for being patient enough for me to sit here and stream like 3 hours to put this damn thing together. Okay, I'm about to hit the 3 hour mark right now. Actually, it's at 2:55. Okay, so now that this is like that, we're gonna turn this back around here. Okay, and I'm actually gonna take this off again real quick. And we are going to plug this in to each port, looks like. Okay, so this one plugs in here, and this, it looks like a modified S-Video type port. The problem is, let's see, this is okay, yeah, looks like it goes in there, and then that other dongle is here, and this is going to go in like so. Okay, all right. So this one's a little bit tough to see, but it just plugs into this control unit right here. A little bit weird though. Hold on. The way they made the connections on here, it seems like you have to plug this one in first. You have to plug the ribbon in first before you plug in the cable. Okay, so let's plug that ribbon in. Okay, it's as good as it's gonna get, and then we'll plug in the cable now. And like I said, it's real weird, like I think it's plugged in. Okay. I better double check it just in case. Hold on. Yeah, this has got to be it. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's just a. There's not a whole lot of room. They should have given an extra 7 inches or something to do it. Okay, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, now we can put this back on. Okay. It's a pain in the butt to put back now. Okay. Sure we'll get it, but okay, we had it, but now we don't have it. Here, let me take this off real quick and let's try it again. There we go. Okay, nothing wrong with the little bump. Okay, now this is going on this side. Yeah, good enough. Okay, and so now that that's done, now we're gonna put the ball top on, or the bat top I should say. So these are like the American style bat tops. I don't like these ones, but until I mod it, this is all we're gonna have. So we'll just have to make do with it. Okay, and it also did come with like these octo gates right here. So it came with these two right here. I'm gonna see if it's something I need to put on, but for now we'll just leave it like stock as it is. Okay. And a couple of these little dust little dust washers right here too. So okay, here. So my man Aaron 505, he's a friend of mine from my hometown, and man, whenever I play on his Astro, he uses that clicky octo gate, and oh my god, that is so hard to play on, man. So he gets a lot of cheap victories off of that because he knows I can't use that damn thing. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's see here. So this is weird. Okay, so here's something that's strange right here. Look, I don't know if you can, hard to see here, but this shaft is a little bit longer than this one. I'm curious. Why is that? What's going on here? Let me take the ball top off real quick. And why is it shorter? I'm a little bit confused here. Okay. The no the not the square gate is good enough, man. We're not playing Pac-Man here. Okay, oops, that came off. Yeah, this is really weird. Okay, so okay, good enough, I guess. And let's do this one. Okay, good enough. All right. Now, what's next? Okay, we're nearing home. We're doing home base. Okay, so now it's time to plug all this stuff in the back. So let's spin this around. And so far the wood's pretty sturdy. I like it. It's not bad. The wood on here, it's like a proper cabinet. You know, there's I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's totally fine. Okay, so we're gonna plug in what is M and X. Okay. So M is gonna be this, which is the speaker setup. Okay, so here we go. That should be better. Okay. So we're plugging the speaker setup in here now. Let's see. Okay, and that is going to be, looks like right here. Okay, there's your speakers, and X, I believe, is going to be the AC adapter. Okay, so which is going to be this right here. Okay. Okay, so X is going to be plugged into this, which is going to be right here. Ooh, hold on a second. Let me see what's going on. What am I missing? X is, yeah, it's the AC adapter. So it's got to be this right here. Okay. So that's X, and that's going to go here, but okay. Oh, we're doing the screws on this now real quick. Okay, that's right. So we are actually getting pretty close to being finished here. Let me just screw these together. Let's see. Okay, you should be able to see right there. And we are using what screws? We're using 4 of the big B ones, which I believe are going to be these. Okay, let's see here. So we're on the home stretch. It should be about 10 more minutes actually before we can fire her up and see how it goes. Okay. One nice thing is you can't see right here, but there's a headphone port too. So you don't have to have like the sound all on. Okay, now we're going to do these two real quick. Okay. So it's interesting about the this like the control panel getting all torn up. But yeah, it seems like it was gonna get all flaky and all that stuff here at some point. You know, even the American cabs did too as well. It's only a matter of time before they started getting like goop thrown on them and getting scratched up and all that too. So okay. So this part is finished. We have the controls. I'm telling you, man, like there's something. This one is like shorter than this one. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so these are plugged in. So now we're gonna put in X into F, and then we're gonna screw the F's with 3 big E's. Okay, and okay, all right. So let's see here. So we're gonna spin this back around. Now, okay, so here's something weird. I don't know. Let me see. What's this? This might be. what I'm looking for. Here's a, this is part of X, I guess. I see, okay, I see what we're looking at now. Got it. Okay, so this part right here is for the full AC adapter. So what's going to happen is we're just going to put this. So this part's actually plugging into here, like so. It should be right here somewhere. Okay, that's plugging into here, and then this is actually going to go into the F, and then which is right here, and then it's going to plug into this one right here. So you just have a little out. So it's a pretty good, pretty decent design for that, actually. Okay, now I think we're looking okay with all this stuff. Let's see. Now it's time to put the back on. And I'm actually going to move this back a little bit so you guys can see what the back part is. Okay. Let's move all the stuff out of the way. And bring this a little bit further back so you guys can see a little better. Okay, so looks like this is going like this. And man, I'm seeing some. Oh, this is for the wall. That's what that's for. Okay, all right. So apparently, I saw this at IKEA, but like there's these these holes are like for you to. There's certain holes that are there, and I guess it's for you to attach these things to the wall, because I think some kid maybe climbed up on top of furniture and it just came crashing down. Because I had some extra hardware here and I couldn't figure out what it's for, but that's what that's for. But we won't have to worry about that. Okay, so this is coming through the top one. Okay. So this is coming through here, and then. And I know it's a little bit tough to see, but it's just a little, okay. All right, so this piece is coming through right here, and that AC adapter I told you about was going right there. And so now, we just triple check, but I think we're good with everything. I see here, a plug for a light in here. So if anybody's watching, if you happen to know if there's do they have a marquee light, or is there something here? Because I see a plug for the light in there. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't see one on here though, like on the actual. I don't see a place for the marquee to light up, but I do see like a little AC adapter for the light, but it's not showing me that it's plugged in anywhere. So I don't know if it's like an accessory or what, but okay. So now, so if anybody knows, just let me know if that is an actual thing. And now we're going to put this together with 3 E screws. And here they are right here. Okay. Okay. And then once I put these screws on, I think that this is going to be it. Let's see here. So one in the middle, and then one here in the middle. Okay. All right, good enough. This part is kind of cheap. The back part is this back part is kind of cheap. That's that is one thing that I noticed. But I mean, still, really, it's the front part is good enough. The sides and the front are okay. So, okay, now. Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, so this is. The arcade one up, I believe is built now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to test it out. So let me get a drink of water real quick. I'll be back in like 1 minute, and let's see. We're gonna turn this on. And hopefully this doesn't end up like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation, where I did all this work and tried to put it on and nothing. So give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, and wish me luck.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Okay, guys, I am back, and so this is going to be the official test. Let me kind of get a little bit closer here, so it looks okay with the camera. And I'm going to turn this light off for now, so we can see a little bit better there. Okay, all right, here we go. So let's turn it on. Okay, good. Okay, we got a loading screen here. Let's get a little bit closer this way. Okay, we got sound. Matter of fact, let me turn this off.
Perfect.
Okay, we got a nice little screen there. Let me see if I can get some lighting here. That might be a little better. Okay, set up Wi-Fi connection now, and I will go to no for now, just so we can test this out. I'll set up the Wi-Fi just here in a minute. And so we have volume control right here, which is nice. So I'll kind of turn this down right here. Okay, so we're in business. I'm gonna go to no for right now, but I will set this up after this stream and see if I can get some matches, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go to game selection. Here we go, okay. Okay, so here we go. Starting off with Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting Champion Edition Super Turbo, Puzzle Fighter Turbo, Pro Gear, Giga Wing, Battle Circuit, Captain Commando, Armored Warriors, Strider, Final Fight, King of Dragons, Saturday Night Slam Masters, Capcom Sports Club, and that's it. That's the 14 games right there. So let's go ahead and test it out now. I know the visual is not the best. Unfortunately, it just the camera. Hold on, let me try this. Let me see if I can drop the. Okay, let me see here. Let's go to properties. Configure video. Let me drop the brightness a little bit. That might be a little better. Okay, just so you can kind of see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just test out the controls real quick. So again, thanks guys for hanging out here for 3 hours with me. So we'll go ahead and test out, go ahead and play some Super Turbo. Okay, we're going to go to local game. Okay, you have the control screen right here. And let's see how this plays. I got to get a little bit closer here just because of the... Okay, it's on free play on all of them. And let's see here. So I'm already having an issue with the controls. It's going kind of crazy. So we'll see. I'll just let's try Ken real quick. And we'll see how this goes. I'll put the volume up a little bit. Okay, so the controls are a little bit squirrely. Let's see. And there is a bit of input lag in this too as well. Okay, so on first test, the controls of this one. Let me get this up a little bit higher so you can hear me. The controls of this one, they're pretty like there is input lag. I can totally feel it right away, and the controls are a little bit squirrely. It's gonna take a while to get used to. I'll try one more match real quick. Wow, that did like no damage. I'm surprised that super didn't kill. Oh. So yeah, mashing on these things are terrible. Oh, really bad. Okay, yeah, input lag on here, which is pretty rough, and the controls, they feel like playground, like Fisher Price controls is the best way for me to put it. Um, but so now we have the live button right here, which I'll test a little bit later on. Make sure you guys can see that. 1 and 2 player controls. For some reason, this shaft is higher than this shaft. I don't know why, but it is. We have a plug-in here for your headphones, and obviously the volume up, down, and then the on-off switch. And the one thing I don't like is you can kind of see oh, let me pull this off real quick. Okay, all right. So you can see the screws, and let me pull this thing off. You can kind of see the screws right here, which is nice. Aaron 505 mentioned too that SIM is missing from this part right here, which is, let me just kind of light it up right here. SIM is missing from here for whatever reason, and there's a few different changes. But overall, for the price, I'm gonna mod it out later on and do, I guess, a proper review for this and see, how it goes over the long term. I am looking forward to taking it online though and seeing how that goes. So hopefully that'll be, I'll be able to do that here in the coming week or so, and get some matches with the Arcade One Up community on there. Again, controls, input delay on here definitely need to be sorted out. Aside from that, it does play okay though. It looks good. The monitor looks okay. The character's a little bit jagged, but that's to expected, for an LCD screen on a game that was meant for a CRT, And let's see here. Let me turn this down. You got the volume control, so I can drop this. Aside from that, let me go ahead and stand right next to it. Let's see here. So I am 6'5", and you can see that it's pretty short. Luckily, this chair that I have right here, I think it just perfectly puts me so I can sit here and do this, and I don't need to use a riser or anything like that. And let's see here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to talk about. It's sturdy enough. It looks okay. I think it's a good, not centerpiece per se, but I think it's actually good. To have one or two of them like in the background. I think it looks cool. Again, it has a midway style cabinet. It has let's show right here. It has the nice artwork on the side, and it does have the nice marquee right here. Actually, I do wish this marquee lit up though. I do wish this marquee right here actually lit up like so. So I may put like a light mod or something in there just to have it light up from the back like it would a real arcade. And let's see here. If you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'll give it just a minute or two. First off, everyone, thanks for watching. This one clocked in a long 3 hours and 24 minutes. I'll put the video on demand up too as well. So if you want to see what it was like from beginning to end, it wasn't that bad. It just takes some time. I do have a few things left over here, but I believe that it's all just incidentals and nothing that, like, I think they're all just kind of like extra spare parts and stuff. Yeah, this one cost me, I think it was $250. I was able to get it off of like a clearance. Last one, I decided to pick it up. Decided to try it out. After this, I'm going to go ahead and sign up for the online and see if I can get some matches on there. Don't forget to take a look at my YouTube channel. It's Street Fighter 2 TV, and you'll see like a bunch of different Street Fighter 2 related stuff. I'm going to put up a proper review after about a week of using this, and just my thoughts on it, and then we'll try and get it modded out and see if we can make it even better. But right now it's okay. It looks good. I like the way it is, and I think I'm happy, with the purchase too as well. So what I can say right now is just the looks are decent enough to have as a little background deal. So if you find one on clearance or something, or for cheap, there's no reason to not get it. If you just have a passing interest in it or whatever, and if you have the room for it, it's good. Don't expect to be like super competitive with it, as these controls right here kind of kill it. But I guess once it's modded with some proper Sanwas, hopefully it'll be a lot better. So I'll get on that pretty soon too as well. Again, like I like to say, everybody, thanks for sticking it with me for 3 hours and 25 minutes. And I believe that I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. But before we do, let me see if somebody's on that I can raid. So give me just a minute, guys. Hey, thanks, Toker. It freaking 3 hours, but finally did it, man. Okay, so let me just get my video back on real quick, and we'll see what I can figure out here. I'm not like a Twitch guy, so let's see here. So I'm not sure about how to raid and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so I'll figure that out later on. And let's see here. Oh, so for this video, before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this video on, and I'll sit here and talk to you guys about this. Okay, so this video is from the arcade and NEX in Singapore, where I used to play. And so me and another claw is the guy is named Joe. He's really good. He plays a lot of characters at a pretty high level, and so this is you lose twice, then you get off the cab, and somebody else behind you comes up, and we're sitting there just playing our game, and so we had a nice claw mirror right here, and you can kind of see nothing's better than playing on these versus cities, man. These are great. It's like Nirvana, if Nirvana is Street Fighter, So you can kind of see in the background all the other Singaporeans that are kind of hanging out. They're playing King of Fighters. They're playing this and that. And we got some more. You see Patrick right there on the side. He's a member of our group and of like No Honor Crew and all that. And you see a lot of the other guys there too as well. Super Turbo in Singapore has a pretty decent community, man. There's some really good players too. So hopefully I'll be able to go back there and fight them again with my newfound skills. There's a super right there, bang, bang, and then bang. There we go. So I stay on, and Joe gets off, and then here's the entrance video. I had to switch it around. I had a cool song, but because Twitch's rules, I had to change it. But it's not too bad. Let me see if I can throw on a little bit of the. Okay, here we go. We'll listen to this one as soon as this video is over. Then I'll go ahead and end the stream. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and thanks for checking things out. Yeah, I will catch you guys a little bit later.
And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders. Like moving boulders just to get out of the home, it sucks. I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck. Under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head.